welcome back to our podcast. Today, our take about Jordan Hospital. This week, I had a few favorite characters, but let's start with the least favorite right now. Is Willow. That girl eyes is getting bigger and bigger, mom. Like she got Drew's eyes right now. She looking a little bit crazy. She was shocked when Jack had grabbed her, and Jack is like, "Don't do it." Like Jack really struggling over there. But this week, surprisingly, I agree with a lot of what Nina said. Now, do you agree that Jack is bluffing, that he found something on Drew just to not, get Drew out again? Or do you think he actually found something on Drew?
I think he probably found something on Drew. Knowing Drew, I mean, Drew is shady, so I think he found something, and I say good. I think it's a way for Nina and Willow to use it against Drew, but I don't think that's gonna save Willow at this point
Yeah,
because
no, no.
because BLQ is about to set her up.
Yeah, it seemed like BOQ is about to set her up really good. I think getting Brick involved in it was a good idea. And it's a good thing she didn't tell Lucy who it was. But for Brick to change when she was at the house and around what time, and she also drive a black SUV, it would be funny if she actually was the one who did it and not BOQ. Because we don't know if it's Danny or Charlotte who did it. Yes, they hit a tree, but they were not too far away from Curtis and Jordan. So I think it'd be pretty interesting if she does set Willow up like that. But now she has to deal with Tracy. Tracy was reading her for filth. I was here for it. And Willow crazy self, like, oh, you are a awful person. You this, you that, and the way Tracy grabbed her, and Willow was scared out of her mind because Tracy, like, look, she old school. So, but the way Willow saw Chase, it was like, you're hurting me. And then she threw herself in the water. I was like, typical Nail stuff. I'm so tired of the audacity of Chase arresting Tracy. What was your thoughts when all this went down?
I thought that Tracy gave a good setup first of all, and Lord Willow there, so perfect because it showed that she didn't come for the kids; she came to see Chase, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, noted, that was good. But the thing about Tracy grabbing her was Willow was just in her face talking a lot of unnecessary smack to her, and so Tracy grabbed her, but Tracy wasn't smacking her around or nothing. Too bad she probably didn't do that, like like a spanking or something. 'Cause that's what Willow kind of needs to me. She need a spanking. She need one of them
No.
old school put over the knee kind of thing. Like I mean on the lap, pop, 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 and be done. But anyway, I digress. Um, yeah, I mean her seeing Chase and then throwing herself basically in there, and of course when she came out, she had a little scrape on her knee. That was nothing. And Chase is like, "Oh, Willow, you're bleeding." It's like, okay, yeah, it wasn't bad though. And then what got me was Chase agreed, and he thought that Tracy basically attacked Willow, and Tracy's like, "Yeah, I grabbed her arm, but she threw herself in there." So when he went to arrest her, my first thought is this: Tracy need to put him out the house. I
Yep.
don't care what BLQ feeling is about it. She need to put him out the house. Once she go down there and get out of lockup or whatever's gonna happen when she go down to the PC, was it PCP or whatever they call it? What's it
P-
called?
PCPD, my PCPD. The Poor
PCP.
Child's Police Department, who don't know how to do their job, who have everybody else solve their crimes, where no crimes have been solved.
Your mama chirper today. So anyway, when she get out of lockup or whatever, she needs to go home and tell her people to pack all his stuff up, and throw it out.
Yep.
Throw it on the lawn and be like, get out. And then if BLQ like, oh, you can't do this, well, pack your bags
Well,
and
you could
follow
go
him up
too.
out of here.
Yep.
Yup. And
I
pack and
I'll be
pack
done.
what's her name? Phoebe, and pack her stuff
Yep.
too. And
Yep.
y'all just go ahead and find y'all another place to live. Cause what I'm not gonna do is have this man up in here arresting me because of his infatuation with Willow at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, that's all it is. Is he is just so just in awe of Willow. And Willow can't do no wrong, but everybody else can. But yeah, if I was Tracy, I would have him put out the mansion ASAP. ASAP. And I would tell Yuri, who we never see anymore, he can't come back up in here. So if he
Nope.
come here, make sure he don't come in the house.
Yep. I
Remove
wouldn't.
him from the
Yeah.
property.
I would do that too. Brooklyn would be very furious with him. I wonder how she's going to play it because she might tell Tracy what she's trying to do, and Tracy would probably be like, okay, I'll back off. But if I was Brooklyn, I would be livid. I'll be highly pissed off at Chase for even doing that. He's not in uniform, so I don't think it's going to stick. And also, ADA already put her foot up his butt already and all that. So if he does arrest her, I think Turner is going to let Tracy go because she knows how biased, he is right now. And in the previews, he's talking smack to Turner. I'm like, Turner, fire him if you
Well, you know
can. Please
what?
fire
Okay.
him
So
because
it's so
he has not lost that much for him to be white. And then he's all like smug and stuff. I'm like,
hmm
he getting so smug. He be talking crap about Michael. Michael has tolerated him and beat his butt twice. It's like, what more do you need? I really wish Finn was around or something. Because Finn be like, bro, what are you doing? It's like he has nobody to really anchor him. And that's what happened with Nail. When him and Nail were together, it seemed like there was nobody around to really anchor him. And since Finn left, he doesn't have someone to like bring him down to earth. It's just it's ridiculous.
so I'm disappointed in BLQ because BLQ is trying to set up Willow to say her marriage to Chase. And I feel like
Mm-mm.
Willow's not the problem, Chase is.
Yeah.
So I feel like she need to deal with that. So her running around here trying to sock it to Willow, I feel like it's so like kitty level stuff that she's trying to do when she needs to just go have a conversation with her husband. And if she feels that insecure about Chase and Willow, then maybe she needs to go file for divorce from Chase because clearly she can see how he really does feel about her. But
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to stay in a relationship where you clearly see that your husband is basically ponding over his ex. So I'm disappointed in her for doing the whole trying to set Willow up. Another thing is I wonder how Tracy's gonna feel about BLQ hooking up with Lucy Cole. Tracy cannot stand Lucy, period.
Mm-hmm.
And so for her to team up with Lucy, I just want to see Tracy reactions because Tracy should be mad that she went to Lucy because anything Lucy touches is it just goes to you know what.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why would you team up with Lucy? I understand Lucy is good about these affairs and all that, but look at how she did Deception with getting Sidwell up in there as a business partner. And now look at the problems that they've been having. Lucy does not make the best decisions. So I just want to see Tracy's reaction that BOQ decided not to go to Tracy, but go to Lucy Cole for help with dealing with Chase.
Well, she probably felt like she could have gone Tracy because she know Tracy is right. For one, Tracy already told her you need to leave. You need to let him go. This is what's going to happen. And I feel like her going to Tracy about Tracy, like I told you so. Like leave, I'm divorced. And thing is that Brooklyn, I don't think she's there yet. And instead of her talking to Chase, woman to man or woman to boy at this point, because he acting like an immature asshole right now. Sorry for swearing, but he is. I feel like she just don't want to have a hard conversation with Chase. And instead of her
hmm
doing that and facing the issues in their marriage, she's trying to have them adopt Phoebe. She's trying to get a Willow set up. It's just causing more problems than the actual root of the issue. Chase is infatuated with Willow. What are you gonna do about it? So until she does that, everything's gonna blow up in her face. Chase and Willow definitely will be together. I'm thinking by July, because that's when Willow be doing stuff in July. Always bed hopping to somebody else. So I think that's when it's gonna happen. I just for me, I want Phoebe only with Brooklyn. I would
Yeah, I do
not want
too.
to be tied to Chase because being tied to Chase means being tied to Willow too. I
Well,
don't got time for that.
yeah,
Michael's already dealing with that.
I think Brooklyn should just try to do it on her own, like adopt Phoebe on her own. I'm sure she can get her.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think she should try to do it on her own. I think really the only reason why she's holding on to Chase at this point is to go ahead and make sure that they can clear the adoption with Phoebe. But you're still supposed to be parenting Phoebe with Chase though.
Yeah.
You know. So Brooklyn she should want better for herself. I don't understand why she letting this man kind of just drag her, because of this whole Willow thing. It's just getting out of hand. Oh, and
Just
I
like Michael
bet you,
said too before. Yeah.
yeah, and I bet you that once he arrests Tracy, Turner is probably going to end up firing him, and
Yep.
then that's
I
going to
would.
push him. Yep, that's going to
Mm-hmm.
push him to go to work with Willow at that point.
Yep. Fans can see
Uh,
what's about to
Yep.
happen. So it is what it is. They're gonna sleep together soon. We're just waiting for the
Hmm.
day. Be like, now what, Chase? Because Willow don't know how to stay faithful to nobody. Well, so she's all about herself, all about herself. And I really wish that Liesl would pop her and Nina like she did Cassius. Now finding out this whole Cassius stuff with Liesl, I would give this. She's my favorite character this week because she did great with her acting. I think her name is Kathleen. She did great. She went through all the emotions of being confused, didn't know what's going on, to being angry, to being sad. It's like she grieved Nathan all over again. And come to find out, her sister was involved. Now, we all know this was a recon. We all know it.
It
It's a
was.
lot of plot holes in this. So Cash is saying, "Oh, your sister gave me to phase on so that he wouldn't bug you anymore." That makes zero sense because Liesl gave Nathan to her sister, and she worked for Phazon for decades after that. Number two is that she saw Peter when he was a kid. So you tell me all that time she saw Peter but not Cassius? Plot hole right there. Another thing is that when Faison was after Nathan, remember he has Huntington disease. So he was already mentally not all there. He could have thought he shot Cassius, not knowing he shot his other son, Nathan, at the time. So it kind of makes sense why everything went down the way it did, but it's still a recon. There's so many missing stuff going on, but this is what General Hospital wants to do. It's fine. But I liked when Cassius was like, "Oh, I was trying to protect my sister. I was doing it." Lisa went, "Pow!" I was like, "Dang, Lisa, you do not play with your kids. I love it." I really heard Carly does that to Josslyn because I have not forgotten what Josslyn did to Carly. But Lisa does not play with her kids. I wish she did that to her niece and her great niece because they both are nuts. But all this because of her sister. Her sister's trifling. She messed up Liesl with her twin. She messed up her own daughter, and now she got some crazy granddaughters running around. It's a hot mess. So how do you feel about this whole recon?
It's stupid. I mean, I did not, I don't care for it. I am liking the whole Cassius character though, because he can
Mm-hmm.
be good, he cannot be good. So I am liking that. I think they might end up pairing him with Josslyn at some point before
No,
it's over with. But
nope.
you know what?
I don't
They
want to see
actually
it.
got they actually got good chemistry.
I don't want to see it.
I know, but I'm kind of liking him.
Nope.
I put like this. I like him with her maybe better than him with Lulu. Him and Lulu, I just wasn't feeling it. But him and Jocelyn, I can get behind that. It depends
No.
on how they write it, but so far I can get behind that. But he's
No.
very protective for Jocelyn because when Collum came in there about to use a knife on her or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I give Jocelyn credit. She was about to square up with him, so I definitely give her that. She like, oh, she like, you're not gonna just take me out like that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that she was gonna defend herself to the end. But he came in and he was like, So Cassius saved her life again. So I do see them trying to probably pair them together. Liesl, I was surprised that she accepted him after they had the conversation that quickly. I was kind of surprised by that. But hey, it's legal. She love her kids. It don't matter
Yeah.
what the circumstances is. She gonna love her kids down no matter what. But I think Jocelyn gave her good advice though. Like even though she can do what Colin wants, don't do it. Sabotage it, if
Mm-hmm.
you can. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they come out of that situation. But let's move on to Column with Ava and Carly. Ooh, that was about to get good because Column up there going off on Ava, and Ava like, I don't know nothing about this stuff with Sidwell. We was not close.
Yeah. I don't know
Ava, you
that
was there
man.
every day. Ava
I
was there
don't know
almost every
anything
day.
about him. Yeah, I mean that's usually how Ava is,
Ava funny.
but I didn't like how Carly was like going off on Ava about the whole Lucas stuff. I'm like, Carly, be quiet. Cause you've been doing some shady stuff too. Like, come on. No, but no, Ava wouldn't put her own nephew in jeopardy. Like
Mm-mm.
she not that low down, Carly. So calm down. But she's just so under stress because she don't know where Josslyn's at, but now she knows where she at because the maid had found her ring finally. So Carly knows she's there. The question is, where is she? It's an island, so it depends on where it is. Valentine definitely could go down there and find them. I'm just wondering how it's all going to go down because Collum, he's a loose cannon right now. There's no one to really anchor him. Sidwell kind of was doing it. Jack somewhat. They both are out of commission right now. So Collum going to do whatever the heck he wants to do at this point because he said he'd been working on this project for 20 years or something like that. It's like, dang, you got no life or
Well,
nothing. So, I don't know.
well, the part I didn't understand was when Cassius came in there. I didn't understand why he just didn't take Colum out because Sidwell is out of commission now. And like you said, Jack is laid up in a hospital, but Jack has nothing to do with that though. So
Mm-mm.
I don't understand why he just didn't use the opportunity to take Colum right there and then, especially when he came in there and saw he was about to gut Josslyn. And then if he don't get what he wants from Liesl, she was next. So I just don't understand why he just didn't take him in. It seemed like Colum is the only one that's still standing. Not
Yeah.
unless there's somebody else they haven't brought up yet.
Yeah, I read there's supposed to be two new characters coming on soon. It's possible that he knows if he takes out Column, somebody else might come along. I have no idea. So my thought was take out Column. He's like the main one, but there could be someone else involved in this whole project thing. I don't know. I just
Hmm.
want them to wrap this up. It's
I do
it's been
too.
dragged out a little bit too long for me. I'm just glad that Liesl pop Cassius is like, welcome to the family, man, and keep it moving. I wonder where Britt and Rocco is at, because they've been gone for a bit. I'm surprised we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks, but hey,
Yeah.
it's all right, you know? It's
Well, I
it's
was
fine.
I was kind of surprised though. So let's get into the Sidwell and Lucas thing. I was kind of surprised that Sidwell, what did he shoot him 3 times or something
Yeah.
like that?
He
Lucas,
went ba ba
um,
ba. I was like, dang, he just don't care anymore. I'm like, cause he
no,
he he's so blinded, he didn't realize he was being set up.
yeah, I was like, come on, Sidwell, like you don't know this is set up. I mean, you can look at what Lucas is wearing. It looked like
Mm-hmm.
it was warm, and he got on this jacket zipped all the way up. So I'm just like, but yeah, like you said, Sidwell was so blinded by Marco, and what happened to him, and thinking that Lucas, played a role in it somehow, that he just basically lost it. And I just was like, dang. But when Cassius showed up, I said, here we go. I knew he was going to try to get Sidwell, and he did. And he ended up letting Sidwell go, and Sidwell looked like he just had to pretend like he beat him up,
Cash is
to
always
make
getting
it,
beat up.
yeah, to make it look good though. And I'm just like, man. So now Sidwell is out there. So everybody about to watch their back. I like Nina telling Ava, listen, when people are desperate, like you need to watch your back. Because Ava thinking Sidwell wouldn't come to her. She say she never did nothing to Sidwell. Yeah, but he's basically on the run. So he is gonna be desperate. So all of them need to watch their back. Lord too. Lord need to call Kevin like, hey, Kevin, he's on the loose, so that Kevin make sure he got eyes on Ace at all times or whatever until they catch Sidwell or Sidwell can go after Sasha, and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody needs to be put on notice about Sidwell is on the move. It was good though. That whole scene with Sidwell and the person play Lucas, that was actually a good scene. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good setup. I do feel like they might put Lucas with Joe, that officer,
Hmm.
because you could tell there is something going on between them. So I think that's going to be Lucas' next partner.
I think
It's
so
going to be
too.
Joe. I think we can see that maybe by the end of the year. They probably put them together. I don't know. Wonderful setup, of course. And Dante was looking at Cassius a little bit sideways when he just came
Hmm.
up in there, took out to Sidwell, and then next thing you know, he's gone. So I hope Dante starts to look at Cassius a bit, because he like something's right. Because how would he know that this was going down? I
Right.
think, or he wasn't even part of it. And he just showed up.
Mhm.
So hopefully Dante is thinking about that. I look forward to how everybody's going to react to this, especially James, because James is going to be very upset that he thought his father was alive and he's not. It's his uncle. I'm not sure what they're going to do about Maxie, because we know what's going on with the actress on that. So maybe they need to bring her back on as a recast, because Maxie needs to be part of the storyline too, since it affects James. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it, but Hospital, please figure it out and let's move it along. It's been dragged out just a little bit for us. Next up, we got the most disastrous baby shower. My thing is, why were the guys there?
I have no idea because they shouldn't have been there. The setup was beautiful though. All those balloons and all that decoration. I thought it was
Yes,
gorgeous.
Trina and Stella did great.
It was nice. But the baby shower itself, it was going good at first. And then once Isaiah went over to talk to Jordan real quick, it started going sideways.
Yeah.
Because and I understand why he did it. It just to me wasn't the time to do it. But I guess that's the only opportunity he had, because
Mm-hmm.
Jordan isn't really coming out a lot. So he just basically went over just to ask her if she thought that he was responsible for the accident. And of course, Jordan is team Curtis, so I was like, wow, because Isaiah thing was you know me, like you know me. I would never do something like that. And Jordan's just like, yeah, maybe I don't kind of thing. So whatever. But then Curtis comes over and gets upset that he even talking to Jordan. And that's when it really hit the fan. And Portia, she had enough. Portia was like, you know what? She said the best thing she did for Trina was making sure that Trina didn't grow up with Curtis, and that's when it jumped off.
I was laughing so hard she said it, because I thought the same thing right
I
before
did
she
too.
said it. I was like, man, it's a good thing she can tell him about Curtis. And then she said it. I was like, wow, okay. She said what I thought out loud, but I don't blame Portia, because back there, I think Curtis was still on substance abuse back then
Mhm.
when she met. So I wouldn't tell him anything. Like, let's be for real. Let's be real about the whole history of it. I wouldn't have told him either. But, people saying that Isaiah was being petty, when Portia read about what's the baby's first words, it would be dad. And then Isaiah and Curtis both raise their hands. Isaiah's being petty as heck, but hey, he got time, because he can't do surgery right now. He's still on staff, but he cannot do what he was trained to do, what he's been thriving to do. And I liked how he was just going off like, this is my livelihood. I may not be able to do this again. And you did this all because of some baseless accusations with no evidence. And Jordan was just standing there enabling Curtis's behavior. Portia had enough. She was like, you are going to be contacted through the doctors. I'm done. And she walked away. I said, go ahead, Portia, because she is stressed out. She's been stressed out this entire pregnancy because of Curtis. Now, I'm going to throw a theory out there. It's a couple of them. So let me know your thoughts, Mom. So one theory I had was that Curtis changed the DNA results because he wanted to raise a child and he couldn't do that with Trina. And so instead of being the actual father, he changed the results to make him seem like he is the father, but it's actually Isaiah. And a way to get back at Portia too. That's my first kind of theory. My other theory is that I think, because we know how General Hospital is, every couple of years they take out a child. And the last child they took out was Molly and TJ's. And it's been a couple of years. So I think that they may write it where Portia and allegedly Curtis's child isn't going to make it. What are your thoughts on these two theories?
I'm not sure about either one of them. I have thought that they might not have it where her child survives. Maybe she loses it from the stress that they keep
Mhm.
putting her through. I don't know. I like the fact that she told him no contact because she don't need to be going through that, and she's towards the end of her pregnancy now too.
Mhm.
She don't need to be going through that, and she's still working.
Mhm.
um, so I felt like that was a good call on her part. I will hope it's not Curtis's baby because that's a whole lot for her to contend with for the next 18 or more years dealing with him. And he's
Mhm.
gonna always be in her face whining about something about that baby, you know. And he definitely don't want her and Isaiah to raise the baby. So I hope somebody did change it and they find out that it's not his. That would be awesome because
Yeah.
I wanted the baby to be Isaiah's anyway from the get go because Curtis is just a piece of work and now they're writing it where they're showing that he's a piece of work, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. Isaiah was kind of being a little petty though at the baby shower, but I mean he can do it because look at what happened. Look at what
Yeah.
Curtis did to him. But at the same time, no, look at Curtis threatening him in front of a room of a lot of people, though.
Again, in
Yeah,
front of his
again.
aunt Stella. And
Right.
Stella went off on him. I was glad she did because she was like, the stuff that came out of your mouth. I was like, uh oh, Stella's bad. But even she's like, I don't blame Portia and Isaiah going after you at this point because you acting like a fool. And then here comes Jordan. Oh, it's okay, Curtis. It's okay. I'm like, Jordan, you are enabling his behavior all because you don't want to lose him again. Oh, my
Well,
gosh.
and she's backing him about the whole Portia thing. And see, that's gonna have him and Portia in court constantly fighting over that baby because Jordan is going along with his shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
And she shouldn't. She knows that he's wrong, but she's not stopping it. Like you said, she's enabling him to do it, you know. So it's just like, what the heck? But it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. I would hope they would let her have a baby. I just hope that it comes out later. It's not Curtis. That would be great if it's not. But let's give Trina credit though. Trina was like, I'm done. She left during
Mm-hmm.
the fight because
Yay,
she had it.
Trina.
Yup, and I'm
Go,
glad that
go.
she did because she's young. She got her whole life ahead of her. She do not need to be dealing with her parents' issues. And her mom warns her, this is one of those that she needs to stay out of. And
Mm-hmm.
Trina was like, no, you know, she was trying it, but she finally said, yeah, you know, I'm gonna exit stage left, and she
Yep.
did, and I'm glad she did. I'm like, girl, live your life because this is gonna be going on, especially if that is Curtis' baby for the next 18 years or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
For a long time. So I'm glad Trina decided to choose her instead of her family. Because at some point, you get burned out with all the drama. So, Trina, focus on you, girl. Do what you need to do for you, and your mom will let you know what's going on and call
Hmm.
it a day. All right. Well, that's our take for General Hospital this week. Thank you so much for listening, following, leaving us reviews. We really appreciate you. Until next time, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, so Mom and I were talking, so we're going to add this in here, but we forgot one thing to mention is that Curtis went to talk to Alexis, and he's saying how he wants his medical license, Isaiah, and what else, Mom? It was?
He wanted to defame him
Yeah.
to to basically ruin his reputation, character, all that.
Yeah,
So
I'm like, Curtis, what does that bring you? Like, why you want to do all this to Isaiah? And during that whole time they going back and forth, I was like, where's Portia family? Because her father would be right there going off on Curtis. Like, do not be talking to my daughter this way. And I think that's why Curtis be talking to her crazy because her family is not around. Because you know
mhm.
her father and Zeke would be up that butt with Curtis. But I was just like, what is the why is he so angry?
Well, and the other character they need to bring back is Trina dad. Where's Taggart?
Mm-hmm.
The last time we seen him, he was having a drinking problem behind all this mess.
Yeah.
But they need to bring that character back to be there for his daughter. He the one that raised Trina, and I don't understand why that character is not even on there right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's he just disappeared. That was it. And I'm like, girl, you you need to call the father that raised you.
Right.
Because the father you know right now is a hole. He
Right.
wants to be in control of everything. He got some serious like control issues. He wants to take down Isaiah for zero reasons. And then he's all trying to like change history, saying how Portia had cheated on him first. No, y'all was done. Y'all was done a long time ago. If you want to talk about cheating, what about you and Jordan?
Well, and then Jordan standing over there and she trying to act innocent. And I'm glad Portia was like, oh no, because you was all up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jordan was like, well, I don't know why you dragging me into it because you been all up in it. What are you talking about? So I
Mm-hmm.
was glad that Portia kind of dragged her at that point. I was like, yeah, you are not innocent.
Not at all, Jordan. Don't be all. And then what's going on with her scar? It looks much worse now. It's
I
like
don't know what they're
it's
doing with
looking
the
crazy.
makeup. I don't know what
It's
they're
looking
doing.
crazier and crazier with all this. But all this happened because of Jordan. Because she went
Hmm.
over there to kiss Curtis. And mind you, Curtis hasn't told the whole truth. He's so busy trying to get Isaiah. He didn't say, "Oh, I had help
From Valentine.
from Valentine Cassadine," but you over
Hmm.
here trying to ruin Isaiah's life for what? Curtis, go sit your butt down. So,
Well,
I,
hopefully,
oh gosh,
hopefully, if Curtis does try to really go after Isaiah, try to destroy his reputation, all that, especially if he tries to use a war, hopefully Michael will step in and say, "Hey, we cool, but you're taking this too far,"
mm-hmm.
because that's going to blow back on a war if it comes out that it wasn't Isaiah, which is not. Then you're gonna ruin this man not only his career by messing up his hand, then you're going to destroy his reputation. Isaiah's going to have a hell of a lawsuit if that thing even hits the press with Aurora because it'd be false.
Yeah.
Information is being printed about him. So if it goes to that level, I hope Michael at some point steps in and say, you can't do that.
Yeah, hopefully he does that because he's already kind of having his back, but he also been warning Curtis like you taking a risk by going to trial, and the way he wants to go to trial is say, well, I had a reason to punch him. That's because he did this. But if Jordan gets on the stand and maybe is 88 Turner or Molly questions, okay, how did an accident happen? You will know it was Jordan's fault.
Hmm.
Jordan decided to lean over and kiss her dumbass boo. Sorry for swearing. I'm so fed up with this whole thing. To over and kiss him, which caused the accident. The other person wouldn't think to go check on a person that almost got them hurt. It's just a whole nonsense going on with this whole thing. I just hope Portia is okay. Everything goes smoothly, but like I said, during hospital is known for taking off kids, so I would not be surprised if they went down this route.
Oh, and lastly, let's talk about Christina for a second. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
it. So
that's
that's
it.
that's it.
That's it.
Um,
That's it.
I thought it was gonna be more to it, like some kind of action or a last minute Sidwell grabbed her or something. But so that's it.
That's it.
Wow.
That's
All
it.
right.
She gone. So she'll probably come back in a year or two doing her residency at General Hospital.
Whatever. All
But
right. Peace out, people.
see y'all later.